Okay, so at this point, I really want to be patriotic and say "Go Black Stars, go!" That's a song by Wiala anyway. So let's see whether or not the Black Stars can pull a surprise, can do something worth our time. But I've been joining the studio. Obviously, Mama V is here. I've been with Mama V the whole time. But Baba Tando, she's amazing when it comes to sports. She's actually here. Let's do a bit of something. I don't know. What am I being? Am I being so? Whether it's worth our time. I don't know, but
I don't trust you on this one.
Oh,
so don't be patriotic because we all know where you stand.
I'm trying to.
Where do you stand?
He thinks we don't have a chance. We're useless in the tournament.
Oh no, not at all. We do have a chance, but well,
considering some quack things that you see.
Indeed, I mean, I wouldn't go in wholeheartedly. That's the only thing. But Baba, yes, you have been. I mean, you are into sports. You follow.
Forget about me being into sports. Black Stars. Everybody has a stake. Okay,
so Alice Baba, how do you assess their chances? I mean, you've been observing the Algerian team.
I'm not a coach.
I just watched a bit of the Algerian match.
Okay.
And
I've just seen an interview with an Algerian journalist. Maybe I can tell you her view. I won't tell you all of it because you have to watch Soccer to see the full interview. Asma thinks that Algeria were not convincing, even though they beat South Africa 3 goals to 1. So if they were convincing, what could have happened? I'm sure the whole South African team would have been massacred on the field of play with goals, I guess. Did you see their game with South Africa?
I watched a bit of it, not the full match.
I told you the dude is not interested in it.
So I saw that game and thought that, and you know, Algeria has been tipped as the country, the favorites. I mean, everybody's favorite is Algeria, and everybody believes that they are winning this tournament. They beat South Africa by 3 goals to 1, and their people said they were not convincing on that day. Like, seriously?
Even after 3-1.
Then what's happening to us? We our team, the Black Stars. But hey, there's some good news for us, okay? Captain Asamoah, he's been in the last 2 training sessions of the team. Remember that he was down with malaria together with defender John Boy. The two of them, they took part in the last training for the team, the last 2 training sessions of the team, and so we are expecting that. They will be available for selection by Coach Avram Grant. I've been monitoring, listening around as well, and I've picked up quite a few things. When the name Asamoah, or when Asamoah is in the team, when he's there, his name alone is enough to scare defenders at the other side. I'm hoping that he can use that as an advantage, and also hope that it will not just be an advantage, but he would actually be real and banking the goals when necessary. I mean, he's our top scorer for now. He's our top scorer. He's done quite a lot.
I mean, in the land
of
the blind.
Yes, he's done a lot for the Black Stars.
Do you know what he said in the land of the blind?
No, yeah, you're saying.
But it's amazing that we're hoping. We're hoping.
What else can you do? You can only pray and hope.
But the point is, we haven't.
Because
in our first game, I heard pundits or analysts say that we did well in the first half. And then in the second half, it was like we're tired.
I mean, it's true.
We didn't have any more stamina.
I don't know if it was that we were tired, but I think that our midfield just broke down. There was nobody doing the work in the midfield. Our defense was a bit sluggish. I don't know what happens to our defenders. And this thing happens, I'm sorry, they are my friends, but I need to tell them. And this thing has been happening over the last few matches. We go to sleep. We forget ourselves. I don't know if is that they want to change positions or what, and so they neglect the main jobs, the essential jobs on the field of play. I really do not know what happens, but some way, somehow, we go to sleep and the opponents take advantage.
But Papa, let's have a look at this. You know, people have questioned why, for instance, Avram Grant chose to actually camp the Black Stars in Spain ahead of a tournament like this. Do you think it must have played a role?
I really don't like this.
Well, what kind of weather, Baba? What kind of weather do we have in Equatorial Guinea? Is it just like what we're experiencing in Ghana?
Okay. This is what I can tell you. The weather in their training camp was a sharp contrast to what's in Equatorial Guinea. I hope you understand. They were in an extremely cold place.
Okay.
And they are now in 40 degrees Celsius.
Extremely hot.
Do you understand?
But you can't say it in plain language.
Anyway, we'll be coming back to that, but I'm told you have James Oyedeji. He happens to be a soccer historian and an analyst. He's actually on the line now. James, good morning. Hello, James. Hello. Okay, James.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, thank you for joining us on the show today. Now, James, you have obviously been following sports for a very long time. Going into this tournament, a lot of people were hopeful that the Black Stars, well, if for nothing at all, is an African competition. Usually, when it comes to African tournaments, the Black Stars perform quite well. But after our first match, are you still optimistic that the Black Stars can do something?
Oh yes, they can do something. And they can do something, and there's something they can do is something better. In competition, where you have 3 matches to play, you don't conclude your position after the first match. It is after the second match. If you play 2 matches and then you don't get or you get only 1 point, then you can write yourself out.
Many are saying
the Blacks have played the match, they've lost. They have seen it before in Angola.
James, your line is not too clear. Can you reposition yourself so we could hear you clearly? Yeah, just a bit more. Maybe you could just reposition yourself.
Hello?
Yes. Maybe we can try. Yes, I can hear you now.
I'm saying that the Black Stars have found themselves in this position before, in 2010, in Angola. They lost to Cote d'Ivoire 1-3 in the opening match, and still got to the final where they lost to Egypt, courtesy Gado's injury.
I see.
2, when you play the first round of matches, it is just to know the initial reaction, because everything came gun blazing. So the second match will now determine the placement. Go and look at Group A and B. You can now see the actual arrangements that reflect the strengths and weaknesses of the teams. So the Black Stars, I expect them to do very well in today's match.
But one would say the dynamics are different here. I mean, you are in a team which many have considered, the toughest team in the competition. You are playing Algeria, Senegal, South Africa. I mean, are we still optimistic? Because I don't know. I don't see a way out.
If one is not optimistic, then one should know where the JC and go on to the field. Because I don't think any soldier goes to the battleground to die. You go there, then you express. You see, we have situational. You do know that Tunisia is protecting the penalty awarded against them. That singular act could have taken Tunisia out of. Could have made them to have qualified as yesterday. If that equalizer they didn't, can you understand? So in a match situation of 90 minutes, I don't believe in that extra minute.
Okay.
Anything can happen.
So now we are told Asamoah Gyan and John Boy will be they are likely to get back into this particular tournament, in this game. How significantly is this actually going to affect the team? Is it going to improve our chances in any way?
You see, you have a 2 situations. One, you have Asamoah Gyan has been saying it is not an out-and-out striker. I think you know it. It's a striker assist. When he was playing behind his brother Bafo Jen and Matthew Amwa, you know how he played better than when he's put up front as the arrowhead. Let's leave that. The coach has said that if he's ready to play, he will know 2 hours time before the kickoff. If not, there will be some arrangement that will take care of his absence, like we did in the first match. As for John Boy, you know him very well. He played Dumso football. And he scores one goal.
I see.
He plays very well. He goes to the opponent's 18 and then creates goals or score goals. So he's not somebody that is a talisman of the team. The talisman of the defense is Jonathan Mensah. And according to my friend who called me this morning, the coach is looking at dropping Amate and Awal, and then bringing in John Boy and one other defender, so that he still play that is 3-5-2. Whether we like it or not, I said that is what he wants to bring on board. So John Boy coming into me is indifferent to the demands of the defense.
Okay.
Asamoah Gyan coming up front will add a lot of bite, but his presence will be a psychological advantage to Black Stars and a disturbing factor for the Algerians. I can't say fortunately. Unfortunately, the head coach will not be on the sideline today because he has lost his dearest mother. So he's in a state of mourning. Well, I cannot say that one man's bread is another man's poison.
All right.
But let's say that this will also affect the Algeria psychologically.
Okay.
That is how I see today's match. And I want to add quickly that James Oyedeji has watched all the Cup of Nations apart from 57 and 59 up to date. And my best match in the whole of the matches I've watched was the match between Algeria and Ghana at Ibadan Liberty Stadium in Ibadan 1980.
Indeed it was.
Match. Ghana was the defending champion after winning the cup in 78 for kids. I was with the Black Stars on that day.
Okay.
The match was so well played. All the 20.
Okay, James Oyedeji there. Thank you so much for your time.
Kind of
I'm not going to ask.
But you know what? Let me just say this in wrapping up.
Yes,
okay, I'm sure we're out of time.
We are
out of time. You know, Coach Ivan Grant, after the first loss, he said that the grass on the pitch was too high. The Senegalese players were too bulky. Now he's added a few more tips to a few more reasons to why he lost. He says there are the distance from the hotel to training grounds is too far, and there's too much traffic in Guinea. But I'm asking that the game will be played on the same pitch in Mongomo, and he will drive the same distance from the hotel to the stadium. So what should we expect? Are we expecting a loss, since the first one was a loss? But hey, I'm trusting my boys. I am believing in my boys, and I know that look, tonight they'll make us proud.
I can tell people one thing though, Soccer Rocks is on at exactly 2 p.m. We'll bring you the other side of the things that you usually would not see or hear.
Yay!
You come in Soccer Rocks. I mean, it's something. But anyway.
Have you enjoyed it so far?
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Yes. You've loved it, or you've enjoyed it?
Anyway, it's an understatement. But yeah, so we'll be back pretty shortly. I have my guests in the house. We'll be doing something. Obviously, we'll touch a bit on the Black Stars thing. Well, I'm still not so optimistic, but let's see what happens. And particularly after Baba gave me a few more reasons not to be so optimistic. We'll be right back.